Tuesday again, Miracle Group, and I thank you all for joining us online. I thank you all here at JJ's, and again, a very happy birthday to Donna, and everyone's enjoying cake right now. And we can let's start with a prayer. Carisa.
Absolutely. All right. What a great day. Okay, we're going to pray for Donna today, everyone. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this opportunity to get together to celebrate each other. Our dear friends are so important, dear Lord, in this wonderful world of community that you have in store for us. Let us take every moment and every opportunity to love on and with each other and show your love through us. Share this wonderful word that we have to inspire each other today and encouragement. I'm so excited to have an opportunity to once again come together and actually use all the great manifestation that you left behind in the Holy Spirit for us. And we know that it's as simple as the faith of a mustard seed. And when you activate that faith, everything is possible as we ask in your holy name. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Great.
Okay, so today's topic is meditation, inspiration, affirmation, incantations, and everything that falls under this category. And I know we talked a lot about it in Ask and You Shall Receive and in Connect to the Light. So, Carisa, would you like to start just to let us know what do you think is the difference between a meditation, a contemplation, an insight?
Mm-hmm.
Give
All
us your
right.
wisdom.
Yes. Okay. So we know that prayer is an opportunity for us to speak out our communication with our Creator. And meditation or contemplation is a time for us to sit down and receive back as we listen and as we can hear quietly. So both are very necessary, and that we actually know that meditative state that we let ourselves get into 15 minutes a day or more is so important, so that we can actually feel through this wonderful beingness that we're here to experience with our hands and with our heart and with our eyes and with our ears and all our senses. So again, today we're talking about that incantation part, that part that makes everything activated through us. And so that active part versus the passive part. And so when we sit in our meditation, it's a very passive listening part. And today we're going to bring forth and talk more about that active engagement that we have. And prayer is one of those active engagements. And we can pray through singing, we can pray through poses, we can pray through dancing, we can pray through words, we can pray through poems. Or written prayers that we all have. It's wonderful that we all have this opportunity to do it as many ways and as different ways. And I love David. I love the story of David in the Bible because David is so fantastic. He, even on the way to war, he was singing and dancing and giving praise to the Lord, and it sounds so strange that you would be riding into quote unquote battle. So let's just think of anything, any moment of our day, anything that we think is our little obstacle for the moment. He used the word battle, whatever that is. Are we literally on our harp playing music, singing, dancing, putting our arms up in victory and doing the victory dance on the way in? So it's just such a good reminder. And that's what an incantation is. And David did an incantation when he was going in front of Goliath. And it's so wonderful because I got to see that valley. It's a kind of shallow valley in Israel. And we think of, oh my gosh, it must have been a big place. It's like a couple people's backyards coming down. And in that valley, it was interesting because when David walked, he started incanting. And an incantation means even more when you're moving to it. So when he was riding into his situation, he called it battle in the Bible, he would incant, he would sing, he would praise, he would chant. And it's amazing, the American Army, they do these songs, right? As they're working out, they sing words and they, whatever they're called, the cadences. They do these cadences. So do we have our own positive cadence that as we're getting up in the morning, that we're actually singing our cadence, as we're going to the shower, as we're driving our car to our first stop? Do we have a prayer cadence or an inspired cadence? Yeah, that will
whenever I get up, I start singing, "This is the day the Lord has made, be glad and rejoice in it."
Yes.
And I make like so I sing for myself. So I'm just giving you the words now.
Write them down.
Yeah.
So this is the day the Lord has made.
Let us rejoice and be glad in it.
So that's what I'm singing. That's my cadence. What's yours, Carisa?
So my cadence is, I always wake up and here I am, Lord. So the first thing when my eyes open, and that was the Bible verse that seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. And I contemplated that for years. And first means anytime my eyes open. If I'm going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, that's a first. If I'm putting my feet, my eyes are open and I'm thinking of putting my feet on the floor, I'm already in my cadence and my prayer to the Lord. So anytime I come into my awareness from a rest, if I take a nap for 10 minutes on the couch and I'm coming back, the very first activation trigger is, here I am, Lord. And, send me. And it's in the Bible many times, here I am, send me. So the first thing I have to say, Adam said, here I am, Lord. Abraham said, here I am, Lord. Moses said, here I am, Lord. So I use that cadence of, here I am, Lord. David said the same thing, here I am, Lord, send me. So if we can, whatever it is that moves you, for me, that's it. I wake up and I say, here I am, Lord, I'm ready, send me. So I know that when Adam was walking in the garden, right? The Lord said, Adam, and he said, here I am, Lord. So that's my cadence. That's what I always do. It's throughout the day. And David, he had his cadence, and he used a very specific cadence for every time he walked into something. When he was going in front of Goliath, his cadence was, as of this day, Goliath, you are mine. So he started declaring the outcome of his walking as he was walking in. He said, as of this day, you are mine. Your head shall be severed from your body. Remember, he took a stone to the sword fight. So how is he going to sever his head from his body, right? He even planned that he was going to use the other guy's sword to do it. So as he's walking and he's singing, here I am, God. And he said, as of this day, you are mine. Your head shall be severed and your body will be left to the birds. So he's doing a cadence as he's walking into Goliath, all set up. And as he's doing his cadence, he reaches down and grabs the stone. And I brought back again our bottle of mustard seed, everybody, because I love the phrase of that song. David took a stone to the sword fight. All that we are required to take is one little mustard seed of faith to every situation of our day. I mean, it costs like $1. For the rest of your life, you'll have enough. So that's all we're required to do. So what is faith? Faith is the action step, right? So all you need to do is take one little teeny action step with you, this little bit of faith, and your cadence, and your declaration, and your asking forward. And that's all it is. It's that simple. He asked to succeed, and all he did was one little stone and the faith of a mustard seed. He says, I come, and he tells how he came. Here I am, that he said, I serve the King of Israel. So as he's walking, he's declaring who he serves. So we should all declare, like Sylvie did, this is the day that the Lord has made, and I'm part of that day. I'm part of that creation power. So let's just redeclare it. Take your faith as small as that mustard seed with you, and then start your day. And if we do it, that's part of our practice of the 5 in our daily asking journal. Remember our 5? This is where we're going to take a mustard seed with us to do each of these 5 things. And if we take the faith of a mustard seed and you say to the mountain, move, the mountain will move. So remember, you take the mustard seed of faith that says all that you need to do is ask the mountain to move and take your seed of faith, right? Belief. And so shall it be.
So let's go one step back. And so meditation is a conscious practice. It's just emptying your mind and let thoughts come in. So So when we have then the first thought, that's our inspired thought. So can you talk on the inspired thought?
Sure. The reason I use the inspiration notebook, and I love just recording every day my first inspired thought that comes into my head. So when I just quiet my mind, wherever you are, if you make yourself a cup of tea, you sit on your patio, you sit up in your bed, take 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and just say, even when you wake up, what was the thought that just came to me? Sometimes I see an angel or I see a picture, and I will sketch in my notebook that little picture of whatever it was that came to me. So and I always go to sleep with an asking. So please, before you close your eyes, put out a big asking. It could be one of your 100 lists. It can be whatever it is. Put an asking. So what I love, and some of my askings have been big askings. Like when I took those prayer stones, the smoky quartz around the world, I said one of my askings was, God, prior to me returning to America, please let me know why you chose smoky quartz to have this. And so he answered that. One morning I woke up and he answered that question. Another morning I had said, I really want to know what the 10 Commandments looked like, the physical tablets. I want to know what the writing looked like. I want to know the exact writing on them, and I want to know what it was made of. Was it written on top? Was it written through? And he showed me the 10 Commandments. And it's just so amazing. And so when those, you're so awake, you're so answered, you want to draw a picture, you want to write it down, you want to keep a note of that answer that you got, because it's so specific, it's so miraculous, it's so wonderful. So ask in your quiet contemplation, and do record every day your inspired thought. Sylvie and I, we make a habit of asking each other every morning, what was your inspired thought? What came up? So every single day, we're communicating about our inspired thought. We all have one. They can be as small as a mustard seed. There is an inspired thought that came across your mind. Remember, every thought that comes into your mind can only come from one place, Creator. So every thought is from Creator, and every idea is wonderful. And whether it's a simple organizational idea, my sister just shared with us, Sylvie was on the call, I know Carrie was on the call, myself, on every Monday we do a call, and she did organization last Monday, and she gave us some really wonderful tips on simple organization on your desk and your receipts and whatever comes in. And it just, these are inspired thoughts. She came up with such great ideas, and I use them. So share your inspired thoughts with your best friend, with the person sitting next to you, with your children, with whoever cares to listen to you. Because it really matters. I mean, I had it, and we'll ask Carrie later, but we really enjoyed that call. We all took something out of it and enjoyed it thoroughly. Christine was on the call too, my sister, when she was doing the organization.
Yeah, oh, that was great. That was your sister?
Yeah, that was my sister. It's just so great. You know, here's some little inspired ideas that she had in her lifetime, and she just took a moment, 1 hour, to share them, and then she did another hour and shared them. So we did 2 classes with her. So we all have these little inspired thoughts that just come in. They come in from the Holy Spirit. They come in from Spirit. So write them down. Please write them down. The day gets busy. It's those inspired visions or thoughts. If you ever do maybe a meditation in a yoga class or in an exercise class for 3 minutes, maybe something popped into your head, a person's name, a place. Oh, I really am ready for this. Draw a picture, or I do a stick figure. Just write it down. So those inspired thoughts are usually they pop in, and they can pop out as quick as they popped in. So do something to record them. And that was the real desire of the inspiration notebook, is that we just take 1 moment. It has like 5 lines every day. And it'd be great if you could just pop in an inspiration every single day, anything that came. And even if somebody else inspired you, friends called you, or a neighbor, or a child, or you saw, it reminded you of your childhood, write it down as an inspiration point.
So it's so important that we made it like one of the 5 points you have in your daily asking journal. So the first one is, I read my Bible, then I'm connected to God. That's what Carisa said. First thing, here I am, use me. And then the third one is, I meditated for 15 minutes. And just as a reminder, there are studies that show that 15 minutes is the ideal time for meditation.
And the earlier in the day, the better, like the beginning of your day is really the best part. So the minute my eyes open and I do my incantation, here I am, God, then I allow myself that inspired thought, if there was anything that comes through, and then I sit quietly for 5 to 15 minutes.
So the thing in the morning is you're still in theta waves in your brain, and theta is a connection to God. So throughout the day, we tend to go into beta waves more. You know, when we start to be busy and when our ego comes in, that's all beta waves. If we are connected and we have 3 deep breaths, we can put ourselves back into theta. And that's when inspiration can come, because we are connected. So remember, 3 deep breaths, stay hydrated, and then it's a guarantee to receive, because then you are in this connection mode. So just stop yourself for a moment and breathe. And then start talking to God in whatever form, and then just zip it and see what he answers. You're on the line with him.
That's right. It's so
and
miraculous.
Then just to give you an idea, so we said meditation, we said contemplative meditation. We like contemplative meditation because it's basically us zipping it and really asking about a question that we go into meditation with, to have this contemplative thoughts, the inspired thoughts coming in as answers. And you can be wide open. It's like, God, what is my next step? Just show me. Or what is it you wish to tell me? Since I have you on the line, what's one thing you wish to tell me? And then we know, like, affirmations are statements we're making for us. So affirmation is something that we wish to have the desired outcome. We are stating the desired outcome, and we will all write some affirmations together. And if you require inspiration for affirmations, in your daily asking journal, the first line on each page,
and in the inspiration notebook,
it's a strong affirmation
on every single
day.
All
positive words. So we encourage everyone to read that out loud, and even repeat it throughout the day, because that is a truth statement. And for today, I write my thoughts, desires, and dreams down on paper. I journal. And then tomorrow says, like, my love is like a beautiful rainbow that covers the whole sky.
Oh, yeah. And here's a rainbow sticker for you. Whole sky.
So it's so much fun to just read those over and over. And we made a fun out of it. One day we were sitting next to each other and we just kept on reading. I keep my thoughts on the truth. My love is like a beautiful rainbow that covers the whole season. The same on June 2nd here. My mind is happy. So this message today, my love is like a beautiful rainbow that covers the whole sky.
Another rainbow sticker. Okay, she's like picked 2 books up and has the same one.
So I got my message today. So obviously my message today is that, and the other one is I read to Susan today already. I choose to experience a harmonious day. Right. So just keep on reading, and then also writing these for yourself and repeating that, because affirmations is for our own belief system. God hears us whenever we ask. He hears us. So all the affirmations and all the incantations we're doing for us, for our belief system, that our faith is as small as a mustard seed, and we know even with a small mustard seed, everything can come to us.
And we can collect a whole jar, those little teeny. So that's why we repeat an affirmation or make a list of affirmations.
And Wilma just told me when we started this meeting that she's listening to the inspiration CD we have, and in 33 minutes and 33 seconds of all of these inspiration or affirmation we collected. So, and it's just such a truth. And when you repeat that over and over, it slowly deepens and penetrates your subconscious so much. So even if your mind wishes to go into the old habits of things that, and I always say, like, we always are Dr. Jekyll, that is our ideal, and then there is a Hyde that comes through. And if Hyde is like just showing his face again in a way of a critical voice, that just voicing itself because it likes to be heard like a kid, then we can really quick go back to our Dr. Jekyll state. And I encourage everyone that give your critical voice a name. and make it something that is really personal. So I had a client today, and we came up with the voice that we called Mrs. Doubtfire. Because it has to be personal, and then you can depersonalize from this critical voice, because we know this critical voice has nothing to do with you. It's not you.
It's just a habit.
It's a habit, a learned
illusionary
thing,
habit.
that we. It's like one of these things when we say, like, we get these presents, they are so nicely wrapped, and when we open it, it's full of, what can I return that? There's zero return receipt with that. And I just accept it. I bring it into my house, and I live with it, and I look at it again, and I talk to it, and then it even is like in front of my dinner plate, like all the time, this beautiful gift I have. So the moment I disassociate from this gift and bring it out to the curb and let the trash get that beautiful gift out of my life, I'm so much more free and happy, right? So if I give it a voice and a name, a personalized name, like height, or like some people say, give it, like you had like some person in school back then that always nagged you, and
Right.
so that like you had this one person, you were like, oh, do I have to see this one person? If you give it that name, it's even more strong, and then this is just some empty chatter that we can.
So let's go
Just
around the
together.
room real quick. We'll take a second and come up with a name. So my voice that is an illusion, I call so yesterday. Oh, you're so yesterday. So whenever it comes up, I just say, oh, so yesterday. And I move on to today, and I move into this moment. So whatever it is, let's just think of something that you're ready to just, whatever an idea pops in, you can use that phrase or that name, and you just move on from there, move on from there, move on from there. So let's have fun. Marianne, pick any name. When an idea comes in your head and you want to just do that to it, what would you say to it?
So the critical voice in you.
Oh, the only thing I can think of is transform.
Perfect. Okay, transform.
Make it a little bit more like personal. Think about it a little bit more, because transform is not like a really close personal attraction. It has to be like a name, like even if you call it for me or transform, and then another name with a T, transform Teddy. So it has to be like, if it's a verb that has a good meaning, it's not that you like really go into it and you really grasp it as a.
So that you can say, you are blank. So give one word that.
I have one.
Go ahead.
Canceled.
Okay, you are canceled.
Yeah, though the thing is.
So mine is, you are yesterday.
Yes, that is a command. It's not a name though.
Oh, really?
So have a name.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about your mother's voice? That is your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Mother.
Yeah, you can call it mother. That is very personalized, and it has a meaning to you. And as like, yeah. Because
Okay.
if you take
Good, Christine, you got one.
That's a rough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting though. It'll come to you.
You can take like a childhood nickname, for example, of yourself that you differentiate. That was at a time when you were a child, because this inner voice, this critic, behaves childlike. Because what it wants is immediate pleasure, and it wants you, it kind of wants to protect you in a way. It's just not always beneficial.
I was called Chris as a child.
Yeah, and if you don't call yourself Chris now anymore, then you can.
It's alienating.
So, or what kind of name did your mother use on you when she was mad at you? That is also very powerful.
I don't know.
Yeah. But mother is a great one. That has emotion behind it.
Yeah.
What about I like using goodbye grumpiness, hello.
Yeah, grumpiness is a nice name. It's a state, but it's also, you can call someone grumpy.
Yep.
Like the dwarves, they all have their names. So,
Yeah.
Think about, and yes, what you do is you catch, you cancel, you correct, but it has to be personalized.
All right, Debbie.
I keep thinking of Mamacita.
Okay, Mamacita. Perfect. Who's got one that just pops in?
Mine would have to be Lolita.
Lolita. Okay.
That's beautiful. That really has, a personalization to it.
Yeah, you don't want to know about that. would you?
No, no.
Mr. Fault.
Mr. Fault. Okay.
Yes, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I like that. That's good.
Yeah. Susan, you have one.
Well, I like the one you used, Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire?
Mrs. Doubtfire. That kind of works, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It has some really zoom behind it.
And it's funny. Right.
But that's kind of what that movie was about, I
Yeah,
guess.
right. It's all a
I
lie,
didn't
kind of.
realize
We're all
that.
dressed up,
I would
all
just say
fake,
it.
fake boobs,
Yeah,
fake
and that
body.
is also
fake...
really, really important to know, like as we are telling ourselves lies. And
Yeah.
this critical voice is lying to us.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you can, you can call it liar, liar, pants on fire, if
Yeah.
if you want. So that is a personalized name you can work with.
Right. And as a kid, we used to sing songs like that. Those are little liar, liar, pants on fire, noses
So
always
when you
have
catch
a liar.
yourself, sing your song.
Right.
Do
When
your
you catch yourself when
cadence
something is trying
about
to.
that.
Yes. Yeah. Right. So
So-
have some fun emotion with whatever it is, whatever you're calling that doubt that
So
comes
anyone
out.
online who wishes to share, if you come up with a beautiful name for your, unmute yourself and then just share with us. We are like really
Mine is silly goose.
Silly goose.
silly goose. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's right. We heard that a lot
Yeah.
growing up
What's
too.
what's important here? Stay away for something like silly me, because me is you associated again.
Right.
So and even poor me, like this was like today's like first choice. And it's like you cannot take poor me, because then you take it in again.
Right.
And the whole thing of the exercise is to take it
Just
out.
you're right. Do say something that's moving it on.
And that you really see that it's a part of you that is old, that you have to dump, and it will always stay with you. However, it can be quieter. The volume will be more tuned down. With
the word
it.
blame is a good one.
What is that?
Something, blame.
Yeah.
If you
If you feel like.
if that's a word, right,
Right.
that gives you some kind of I'm finished.
So that is
blamer.
something that the voice does.
Uh-huh.
However,
I
it
would-
has to be
right.
like personalized.
Right.
So you don't call it blame.
So you-
it's like, yeah. Yeah.
You can call it Blair the
Exactly.
blamer or something,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
and there's
Yeah.
because we do that
Yes.
behavior, and it's time to set that behavior down and anything that goes with it. So if you can give it a name,
Or you can call it judgy, or
right?
something that's really dear to your heart. And it's like a
Barbara, what do you have? Well, I know Carrie, you have one. You're good at this stuff.
Carrie, yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking something around illusion, like goodbye illusion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, but make it
Make it a name. Name your illusion.
You can say, for example, illy or something. Like it's
Illy,
illy.
illy.
Then it's illusion.
Yep, illy.
Yeah.
Okay, Marianne, you have one.
Take it from
Thank
me.
you, Carrie.
So I
Oh,
would
it sounds
say
so pretty.
judgmental Genevieve.
That is
Judgmental
great.
Genevieve,
That
okay.
Genevieve is great. Judgmental Genevieve. That's perfect. So now we have emotion behind it.
Yeah.
Now we have
Right,
a
time to go,
character.
Judgmental Genevieve. This is
Sweetie
Marianne
bird.
talking now. Yeah.
Yeah. And we love this part of us because we want, like it's just a kid with us. It's our little self that just wishes to keep us safe, and sometimes it has to just be, kids need boundaries, and our like little inner critical voice requires boundaries.
Yep. So that we can speak at it, right at it. Mhm.
Perfect.
I have a good one.
Yes, please.
Goodbye, Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Pinocchio is great.
Very
yes.
good. Yeah.
Because so your nose gets longer. Yeah. It's great. Thank you, Jean.
Yes, absolutely. It's so fun, right? So, and have fun. Catch yourself when there's that little, stealing your mustard seed, your little faith away from any situation. When any little illusionary doubt starts creeping in and wants to claim your mustard seed, you have to say, "Oh, you're so yesterday. You're a silly goose. Bye, silly goose. I'm here now." And this is where we use the word, remember, in our training, stop it.
Yeah.
So you can say, silly goose, stop it. And then here I am. And this is what we're doing now. In this moment.
So it's
Yep.
very important to catch yourself and make it.
Genevieve, go home.
So for the next 2 weeks, I encourage everyone to listen to their inner critical voice and really say, what is this Genevieve, Pinocchio trying to tell you? And write it down and really then look at it with an awareness and make the lie that you see in front of you really visible to yourself. So right next to it, so cross it out, and then right next to it, all the truth that you can think about. It's like when someone says, oh, I didn't get anything done last week. And then when you ask yourself honestly, what did I do last week? And you start listing 20 plus things that really went well. It's like, really? So what did my inner voice tell me here? And what is the truth? So then you can burn these statements and let them go forever, because you now have it visual, and that's why we write everything down. You have a visual of this is the truth, and then read the truth to yourself and talk to your inner voice again. Okay, Genevieve, you see that I did that. And then the moment you do it, okay, Genevieve, are you watching me now that I'm doing this? So when next time when you come up with the saying, I know right away that you're lying to me.
Right.
So have fun with the conversation. So basically, I always say that, like you start talking to yourself, and it's okay. This is a sign of complete awareness.
Yes.
Because then you talk to God, and you talk to your inner critical voice, and you talk to your other side of yourself, and you have a whole party going on. So if anyone tells you if you have the feeling of being alone, you also have this, it's a complete illusion, because just you are so many different things already, and God is with you always. So there's zero way. You already have a party going on at all times.
That's right. That's for sure.
Okay, let me share some Bible verses.
Yes.
Okay, so if you have the book Connect to the Light, you can open it. We are in chapter 8, Contemplative Meditation, listening to God. And I'm opening to page 140 right now, because we have
I got the old book.
2 beautiful messages that say, so the first one is Psalm 119:15, Psalm 119:15, and it says, I will meditate on your precepts and fix my eyes on your ways. So meditation, the word meditate, is mentioned in the Bible throughout. So it is something God wishes for us to do. So we meditate on the Lord and fix our eyes on his ways, because we know the guidance comes from him. And when we have that, we have the insights that we know are directly downloaded from the oneness and from the all-knowing.
Mm-hmm. And the Holy Spirit that's available to all of us all the time.
And then we have also, so Psalms gives us a lot about meditation. Also Psalm 19:14, may these words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, Lord, my rock and my redeemer. So just understand that your heart is constantly meditating. So it's the words we're speaking, the thoughts we're thinking, and then our heart, this meditation of my heart. So our heart is constantly into meditation and in connection to God.
Yes, and remember we talked about the proving that the heart is the biggest energy source in us. It's 5,000 more times powerful than the mind.
Yeah, and that is why emotions come
So when
in.
we're using our heart in meditation and removing, that's what they always say when you're meditating, remove your mind, use your heart. It has that powerful generator going on. And that is why the minute I'm done with the meditation, I have my book open and I write down any person, place, or thing that came in, because I had activated this 5,000 time generator in those 15 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it is. And I would like to write down anything that came, because it was definitely divinely inspired when you activate your heart.
Yeah, so that's why our last action step in the chapter is let us sit quietly and listen through the heart. And so we recorded a new meditation for a Connect to the Light meditation. And I love to play that for us now, so that we are now closing our eyes, and it's 15 minutes.
Okay, and this is a more advanced meditation. So what we've done, and you all have the first meditation, and it's very calm and slow. And this is a little more fast paced so that you're getting more ideas and a little quicker tone. So most of us have been listening to the CDs multiple times. And so this is a more advanced one. And I encourage you that if you've yet to listen to the first and second one, listen to the first and second one, though we're here to hear a lot of good in 15 minutes. And it's almost, if you're new to this, beyond your comprehension. Like how can we have all that positivity coming this quick at you? You know, and we did this at JJ's when we did the 33 minutes, right? To sit and be talked positive to for 33 minutes and praised constantly, it is a work of art.
Okay, so
All right.
I wish for, can we silence that for a moment because there's like some music behind that. And then, so the idea about this faster pace is also that we stay awake in a way of that our conscious is still receiving and our subconscious is active, because it happens with a lot of meditations that we zone out so completely that we are asleep.
Okay, so I'm going to add that. That's the next step to this meditation, is I want you to actually rock or move or gently sway. You can stand up if you'd like and sway or move. So as these incantations come, feel free to, you know, acknowledge them in some way with your body. Gentle movement, big movement. You could, like I said, you can dance to it. The idea is we're incanting, and it's been proven that if you let your body move with the words, it gets in quicker and deeper.
And one thing that is also important to receive the messages in this kind of instant here is if you have your back straight. So even if you experience a meditation lying down, make sure that your whole back is laying flat. And if you're sitting, your feet is on the ground and your hands can be in your lap, open. I prefer to have a receiving mode going on, so I open my hands. Then you sit like really comfortably, however it's like in a straight way, and your tongue is touching the upper part of your mouth, so your gum. And then have a really good deep breathing going on.
And eventually, when you have these yourself, these meditations, speak them with it, speak along with it, because most of us have memorized it after, you know. So if there are some sayings like "I am beautiful," just go ahead and say "I am beautiful."
Or repeat it.
Repeat it as many times as you can, so that part of you starts believing it. And so the more we give these incantations and affirmations.
So we say, the more we repeat it, the more we believe it. It's for us. It's for our belief system. God already knows that we are beautiful. God made us. God knows that we are like completely perfect in His sight. So it's for us to receive this message. So, and I usually leave like a little pause after each sentence. It's just in order that it can follow back in your mind, that you know that it quiets down Genevieve and Pinocchio and everyone else. Okay, so close your eyes, sit comfortably. And
I relax comfortably and I close my eyes. I am calm. I am relaxed. I am centered. My head is aligned with my heart. My mind is wide open. My heart is at peace. I am grateful for this perfect day. I am grateful for this perfect moment. I live in the now. This moment is for me to connect. I am open to receive inspired thoughts and guidance. I am grateful for my breath of life. I am aware of my breath. I choose to focus only on my breath. I am taking 3 deep breaths very slowly. I inhale deeply. Here I am, God. I am connected to you. I exhale fully. My mind is wide open. I allow myself to receive. I inhale deeply. Here I am, God. I am connected to you. I exhale fully. My mind is wide open. I allow myself to receive. I inhale deeply. Here I am, God. I am connected to you. I exhale fully. My mind is wide open. I allow myself to receive. I take the deepest breath I can. I hold this breath for a moment and I release the air completely. I breathe in love. I exhale and let go. As I look up into the sky, I see the heavens. I feel light shining on me. I feel the warmth of the light on my face. The light surrounds me. I feel the energy of this light entering the cells of my body. The light is life. I stand in awe of its brilliance. I feel connected to a power that is greater than my individual self. I know that this is the power that I come from. This source of light is God's almighty power. This beautiful, continual, abundant power. The light is formulated from love and filled with love. It is here to support and comfort me. It embraces me. The light is in every cell of my body. As the light shines in every cell of my body, I know that it is here for me. The light helps me to see clearly. With every breath I take, the light expands. The light fills my whole body. The light fills me. I am fulfilled. I am satisfied. I am at peace. From my head down my spine, all the way to the bottom of my feet, I feel filled with light energy. I visualize the light pulsating out and into my body in different colors. I see a red light at the base of my spine. I see the light swirling out and down into the earth and back up into my body. I am full of energy. The red color swirls out and in. I know I am grounded. I am in alignment with the earth. The red light pulsates out and in. I am confident. I feel secure. The light gently swirls out and in. I am aware of my body. I am connected to my physical body. I now notice the vortex spinning at the base of my spine, in an every brighter, deeper red color, an even brighter, deeper red color, out and in. I stay with this red light for a moment longer. A little higher, I see a spiraling orange light. The light swirls out and in my intestinal area. The light swirls out and in. I constantly have new ideas. The orange light pulsates out and in. It spins in the front of my body and in the back of my body. I create the life I desire. I notice the deep orange color out and in. I welcome in this creative energy. My focus moves higher up to my solar plexus, a light yellow as the sun spins there. This yellow light also spins in two funnels, one from the front out of my body and into my body, and one from the back out of my body and into my body. My beliefs serve me. The yellow light gently pulsates out and in. I accomplish my dreams. Out and in. swirling out and in, refreshing me with positive, happy thoughts. As I focus on my heart, I see the light turning green. A beautiful shade of luscious green is pulsating from my heart area. The light fills my chest, and I welcome in a feeling of warmth and love. I am filled with divine love. The light pulsates out and in. I am loved. I am love. Out and in. Love flows through me and overflows. Moving my attention higher up my body, I see a light blue light in my throat. A vortex of blue light gently spirals out of my throat and into my throat. I express myself freely. The light blue light swirls out and in. I speak my truth. Out and in. I communicate my thoughts and feelings. The light keeps gently pulsating out and in, and as the light turns brighter and brighter, I absorb all the healing energy offered to my throat and communication processes. Spiraling out and back into my head, I am intuitive. The indigo light brightens more and more as I watch it gently pulsating in and out of my forehead. I stay with this beautiful indigo light as it continues to swirl out and in, out and in. On the top of my head, there's a purple light radiating out and in. The purple light connects me with the heavens. I am in my knowing. The purple light continues to pulsate out into the crown of my head. I am at peace. I am connected. My energy centers are aligned. The light flows freely through my body. I know the light is here to love and support me. I know the light is here to help and comfort me. It is awesome and full of power. This almighty power is abundant. It is free and equally available to everyone. I recognize the abundance everywhere. The universe pulls from all resources of all existence. I understand the almighty power. I tap into all the abundance. I am so grateful that I am part of the wonderful great abundance that all humanity comes from. I choose to connect to this power. I am connected. I connect first. Here I am, God. I seek you first. Continue to bless me and help me to keep my eyes focused on you. I fix my eyes on your ways. Expand my territory. Align my will with your will and keep me in your righteous arena. I welcome you into my heart and I ask for your guidance. Enlighten me. Your word is a lamp for my feet and a light on my path. God, I praise you. I know what lies behind the grand doors of my life. I know what is fun for me. I do something fun every day. I know what my heart desires. I know what I am good at. I know my talents. I am a true blessing. I am grateful for all the gifts God gives me. I continuously develop my strengths and share my gifts with humanity. I have a purpose in life. I know my divine mission. I am excited to jump out of bed in the morning to live my purpose. I am fulfilled. I feel my connection throughout the day. I am in my knowing. I trust my gut feeling. I understand that my all-knowing comes from God. I listen to this higher knowing and act on it. I know my goals and askings for today. I know my goals and askings for this week. I know my goals and askings for this month. I know my goals and askings for this year. I know my goals and asking for my life. I have my list of 5 things I can do today and leave the rest up to God. I pray daily. I make my askings and petitions known to God. With thanksgiving, I present my requests to God. I ask in detail and state a compelling reason why. Contemplative meditation fills me with inspired thoughts. I journal my inspirations, ideas, and askings daily. I record my gains and successes achieved. I collect the stories of all miracles I received and witnessed. I read my Bible. I have stored up God's word in my heart. I am in community with encouraging people who have my best interest at heart. We cheer each other on and grow together. I am thankful for my prayer and accountability partner as a second energy. I flow with nature. I surrender. I am in this world, yet of God's world. I rejoice. I receive joy. I am a cheerful giver. I contribute. I love humanity. I make my heart known. I know that my thoughts attract and my words create. I only speak positive words that are pleasing to the soul. I set reminders to continually reconnect. I live by design. I walk in the light. I am free. I am one with my Creator. I rest in God's everlasting arms. I am connected. I know that God is with me all the days of my life. I know I am worthy of God's love. God loves me, and I love myself. I go forth in faith and with confidence. I am completely filled with God's light. I am polished. My heart is clean, like a window, and God's light shines through. It shines through me and out into this world. I am God's light to everyone I see before me. I see perfection. I view my world friendly. God allows your light to shine through me. Dear God, allow your light to shine through me into every possibility all day long. God has blessed me. The beautiful light stays with me throughout the day. Life is easy. I live my life to the fullest. I am well all the time. I have fun. Joy is mine forevermore. I am a rejoicing soul. I rejoice in you, Jesus. You are my light. I am the light. I am the light.
Okay.
All right, advanced training, everyone. 15 minutes, get it all in.
So as you have noticed, the first part was all about aligning our chakras and getting that truth and realignment. So we connected first, we realigned the chakras, we let all the light in and all the colors, and we connected again, and then in a kind of subliminal way, everything that doesn't connect to the light, all the main messages are in the second part of the book and of the meditation.
Yeah.
So
we
you got
restated.
so that was basically the summary of the whole book of what we shall do in order to connect. And as you have noticed, it's like really prayer declarations. In a way, we are like even thinking into the solution. It's already done. So the moment you bring that out and you're generating with your heart, you're generating with your mind, it's already voice activated and set into motion in the universe. And the thought I had meanwhile is like so when you listen to this meditation, some phrases stand out to you more than others. So maybe one of those phrases is like you kind of get a hiccup in a way of, oh, so is that me, or is that because your Genevieve or Pinocchio is saying, hold on a minute, what is being said there? So this is then a really good inspiration for you to look at that phrase and explain to yourself why this is truth. Because it's like it's a hiccup in the moment that comes, because maybe you've noticed that at some things, so it will flow more and more the more you listen to it, and the words will even fade in the background because it gets so used to you and your subconscious is accepting. But in the beginning, when you listen to it the first time, maybe something came up. So I wish to share now with us. So what came up for you? So did you have an insight? Did you kind of trip over one of the phrases? What happened?
Or what was your favorite? I'll lead with my sister Chris. When in the first meditation that we did, she loves the line, I have the power to reject any thoughts that are less than what I feel great about. So she loves the fact that she says, wow, I say that over and over. I incant that. I have the power to reject anything that is less than what I choose in this moment. And it was really great because she's my own sister. So for her to 2,000 copies are out there of that CD, and to hear somebody dear to your heart say that it helps her. And that was produced in 2017, the first one. And to this day, I know Carrie, your brother, I loved when he got it. He said, I've listened to it 20 times on my way. I have it in the car and I listen to it every day. It's so cute. It's so encouraging to me to take the time to do something and actually hear that somebody got something wonderful from it. And they're my friends. You're all my friends. And to see that something like that we take time to do, Sylvie and I, empower us believers. We're calling ourselves the believers, the mastermind group itself.
Yes, Donna.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
You said he uses this in the car, right?
Uh-huh.
But we're supposed to be relaxed when we do this, you know?
Well, that is why the second one is the inspiration CD, and that is just the phrases. So I use it in the car. I have my first one playing, and what I love is I get asked by the valet parkers. They're like, can I have that? What is that? And I'm like, absolutely. So I have it on, Donna, and I just listen
make
to
sure you pay attention to the street.
Yeah.
So
I only
when
go
it
2
says-
miles here and there.
So when it said close your eyes,
Forget
keep
that.
them open. So that was a disclaimer for that.
Yeah. So put that is precisely why we did a lot of the same phrases and made the inspiration CD the second one.
Because a lot of people
Though in
just
2017 we only had that one. So I'm just happy that people put it on wherever they are doing whatever they're doing if they can get something positive from it.
And I know Carrie put her picture on to talk to with us. So Carrie, what's your insight? What is your
How did you like it,
favorite
Carrie?
phrase?
Oh, just thank you so much. It's so beautiful. I love the chakra balancing. And I'm so excited to get it. I listen to the inspiration CD in the car, and I alternate with the Hugh song, whatever I'm kind of feeling like that day. And then I also put the inspiration CD on. I do pretty much daily exercises that are a little bit of stretching and yoga, and I put it on then instead of counting. So I have my clock, which I'm watching, how long to do the exercises, but then I'm listening to the inspiration CD. And it's so great. I just love it. I love the idea that it's kind of retraining this, my Illy is retraining Illy, the illusion.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, you guys. I love it. I love it so much.
Thanks, Carrie. And the group of us, I'm trying to think, the first time we did this 33 minutes together was before we were at JJ's house. It was Vilma. We were back in the Love for Humanity group. And it was like all this positivity. Oh my gosh, it was so much positivity, even for me to hear. And now I love hearing it. Bring more on. Like you said, I play mine every day. It's me. I still play it.
That's really good for the dogs.
Yeah, the dogs, the house. I'm imprinting my house, my chair, my desk. Yeah. Just to hear good words and to hear that, there's beauty in my house. And yeah. So I play for the house. Yeah.
No wonder my dog is laying down. He's on the kennel behind me. He's relaxing.
Right.
Good.
And
So how was
the
it for
bank
you?
lady puts it on for her dogs before she leaves every morning since 2017.
So Jean, how was it for you? Thank you, Carrie. Thank you so much.
It was really good. My favorite is I am love and I am the light. I can see like a light shining right on my face.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Barbara, are you with us? Okay. Yesenia, how are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry. I don't feel so well today. So just no, I thought it was great. I had the hardest time listening to a whole CD or something without falling asleep. So this was pretty good.
Did you stay awake?
Mhm.
Great.
Good. Yeah.
So that
That
was
was
an accomplishment.
the way we did this one, so that we'd all stay awake, because 15 minutes, it's great to train yourself to do that 15 minutes of an exercise.
Okay. Wilma.
What did you think?
Oh, I am the light actually grabbed my attention. I am the light. A lot of inspiration out from it.
Good.
But I was falling asleep.
That's okay. You can listen to it many different times.
Okay, Donna.
What did you think of Sylvie's greatest work?
I loved it. I felt very relaxed.
Yes,
Just gonna let it, let those limited beliefs go and let the new stuff come through.
Did you notice that anything that a limited belief that popped up in your head and you actively let go of it in the moment? Did you notice any of that? Or was it just basically like you were showering in the
Just
words?
kind of absorbing all of it. Become very aware of limited beliefs.
Yeah.
And I hear people say them.
Great. I mean, that's the awareness that's the first step we all have to have, and
Yeah.
that's so important, to see what our Pinocchio is saying.
I believe second time, third time listening to it would be much easier and you would absorb much more.
Yeah.
You will always hear something different, what you require in this moment. There's many layers. Yeah. Christine, how about you?
I guess I play the one CD. I bought that other one, the 30-minute one. But I have no idea where it is at this point. So I have to buy another one. But the 25-minute,
The
car ate it. I play that like every day.
Yeah.
My son twice. And I noticed it didn't even cross my mind. But I noticed just the last few days that some of my thought patterns are changing. And I never crossed my mind that it had to do with the CD.
That's huge.
Yeah, thank you.
beautiful.
Yeah.
So I know how I went to put it on pause last Thursday, Friday, and I tripped on the corner of my trundle bed went jabbed into here. Yeah, it's so I see JJ tomorrow.
So what does it tell you? Do not pause. Listen to it.
Yeah.
Keep on listening.
But it's now. I've been doing it for months now, and sometimes I will fall asleep through the whole thing. But if I can't sleep at night, I go into the other room, lay down, put it on, and then I go back to bed and go to sleep.
So some people even tell us, "Oh, I have Carisa's voice in my head."
What's really fun?
Like the stop it thing.
Well, I'm thinking when we come here, I start to get sleepy. It's because I've got your CD on. I'm hearing your voice all the time. As you're talking, I'm like,
I imagine how like Carisa's kids feel about the CDs playing in the house all the time.
Yes. Well, I have to get the new one, and I have to get another one of the other one because I want to take them with me to North Carolina.
Great. Yeah.
So yeah, this one is delivered right now to Carisa's house.
Yeah, today's it was supposed to be here so we could grab the box.
okay.
No, it's just duplicated, and so it's done, and I'm sure it's just landing on the porch as we speak here.
Yeah. And then I put it
Nice.
online also on the store, and then I sent you an
Nice.
email about that. So yeah. Any
Oh,
insights?
I listened to this in the car, but it just reminds me that I'm not listening to it enough, you know? But I connect with I am love and I am light.
Yeah, beautiful.
I also loved the last, and you said, I am the light. I am the light, because I never think that ever. I never think of myself as the light,
Right.
but I am.
You are.
That's what we're doing here. Yes.
I really am when I think about it.
Yes, you are.
You know?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. We're the
So-
kindness. We're the contribution. We're the community. We're God's
love.
light. We're His children. We're friendly. We help people.
Approachable.
We're approachable, absolutely, and we're giving, and we're receiving, and we're sharing. And this is the kind of people that this planet was made for. And so we are these people, each one of us doing our own, and in our own way. It's so beautiful to have this opportunity. Yeah.
And I must really comment. I mean, Marianne is like this year, she's resting in her light. I mean, she has just a glow about her, and just this peace and quiet and this. It's like, I mean, I
I'm just saying.
yeah, you're completely zen. I mean, it's really you come into the room and you like really radiate the light.
Yeah.
And I just have to say that because it's so. I mean, I know you since 2017, I think.
Yeah.
But within the last year,
Isn't
you
it
just
amazing?
it's like
been such
it just gets brighter and brighter and brighter every time I see you. It's amazing. So I don't
And we can laugh about everything now. Right?
Oh, yeah, there is stuff.
Isn't that funny? I mean, really, like all that huge stuff, and laugh about it.
Yeah, Sylvie asked me about it the other day. I go,
Yeah.
And just like just the awareness of that we are now counting it all joy, and we are like approaching everything from a different perspective. It's not like, oh, that happened to me. It's like, oh, this thing.
Yeah.
It's happening,
I
like, it's all
allowed
for the
it,
good,
and
so-
I had a reason,
Yeah.
and
So
to
it's
accept
beautiful
that.
to
But
just-
everything we allow.
Yeah.
And then smile about it, laugh about it, be ready for the next thing that we're allowing in, and redirect quickly. Stop it and redirect quickly, and
Yeah, we've redirected really quickly on that.
yeah, and we get
Really?
faster at
Yeah.
redirecting ourselves and
Really fast.
stopping it, and then doing something even better and
And
more
that I loved
productive.
it. The last time I saw Marianne was just a comment about, oh, now I have to go home and do my nails.
Oh yeah.
So just this is a fun thing, like this is my next thing, is doing my nails, and I'm rejoicing in this moment, and then I rejoice in this next moment, and tomorrow I sell 5,000 a piece of $5,000 jewelry with my new lacquered nails because it's so beautiful. Of course you did.
Yeah.
So it just, and then now you exude that greatness on your clients and everyone you meet. So of course you sell all the things.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. So for the newer people, bless you, the newer people, I it's good that, and thank you all for listening. And it's more than because it's our voice, Sylvie, and my voice in this. It's that it's positive words, and that we've edited for you. You can go online, and if there was something that every word was positive, every single word, I would say buy everything. The idea is every little Louise Hay, Wayne Dyer, everything we've picked up, Bob Proctor, there's so much north-south, east-west words. And these negative words that are trying to say a positive message. And so thank you, because this is a training, and I'm glad that the two of you are hearing how many times we've all listened to the same thing, and we did it to incant. So this is our lesson today, is the incantation. We just wanted to incant ourselves with love and light, and that we have the opportunity to pass through, like Carrie reminded us last time, open the front door and the back door, let everything in your life through.
Let it flow.
And you can give it its name, like, okay, so yesterday you're out of here, and you can walk it to the door. Physically do that. If there's something in your life that you want to physically walk it to the door and say, I am now releasing whatever that thing was, and make the action step to do it. So this incantation took us some listenings, and we listened and we listened and we listened. And so that was one of the original trainings 8 years ago. And that was what sparked us to make these positive word CDs, is that we would like to incant and see what a human mind does when it's spoken to for 33 minutes in every positive word. Think of where can we go for that on this whole planet, where every word has been thought of and made sure it's going north. And so this is very unique, and we're retraining the human brain, like we're the little animals here. We're seeing what would a human brain do if it was loved with words.
Okay, the package was delivered just now. I got the email.
Yay! So what will happen with human minds, and now we're discussing after we've incanted all this positivity with positive words.
So in 2 weeks we have the CDs with us.
Yes. Yeah, how great it is. How great it is with all these positive
It was
words.
interesting. The words are so powerful. So at the beginning, when you're speaking, my brain is like, hold on. I want to absorb the word. Wait, you're going too fast. Like my
Right.
brain literally was like
But this
sucking in
this
the
was-
words. It was amazing. Like
Right.
I wanted to hear the word longer, stretched out. It was really beautiful.
And in fact, Sylvie and I, we went back and forth, and my daughter's
So
just
now
saying it's
she's
there.
calling
Yeah.
them it's there.
Slow motion.
Okay, sweetie, you want to bring it over? Yeah.
So it's a
Meet you in front.
neighborhood we have behind
Yeah, no,
us.
so we'll just meet her.
You know what? Also,
Okay. Love you. Okay.
Teresa, Deb was just saying to me, she doesn't have a CD player in our car. I happen to have like an old car.
I have this
Yeah,
to
you can download
download.
them.
Okay.
I have that.
Put it on your
download.
phone.
Oh, you
Yeah, you can put it on your phone. Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
call
what
it
I
the
would do.
CD. So it's interesting of what it does take, and
So
it's
tomorrow,
kind of
or
been proven
like-
that you have to do
not
things
like-
over and over to get
Very
the result
soon
you
I sent
want,
out an email
depending
with a
on how
link
many
for the
times we
download.
heard the opposite of these things.
I just have to wait for today that I can upload it into my computer, and then you have it for download.
Yeah. So we've all done it. That since 2017, for the new ones on the call. Since 2017, we've been listening over and over to these incantations of positive words, and we're going to write a few now together, and we'll check that every word is positive, and it has made a difference in our lives. The human soul wants to be rocked, and we're rocking it with these gentle words of I am the light, I am love, I am kindness, I view my world friendly.
And
That is
then-
it. That's a huge one, everybody. I view my world friendly. That's a huge statement.
So as Susan,
If you
what,
can
I
speak
have yet to
that.
ask you, what did you get out of it?
I felt totally safe, and I just wanted to hold myself.
And that's huge for
I felt
Susan,
safe.
yes.
Yeah.
I felt safe. I just wanted to hold that feeling.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it. And then I wrote some of them because I just had to.
Great.
And the first one I wrote was, I know my asking for this year, I know my asking for my life.
Mhm.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, these are big commands. This is
Powerful.
the advanced training disc. And so
Really powerful.
as you incant
Unbelievable.
that, remember you're giving yourself a calling to do it.
Right.
These are action statements that we are saying forth, and we're saying, okay, I know my mission statement. That means that in these books, right, you're opening back up to your mission statement, shortening it enough to be able to memorize those 10 words or whatever it is, post it on your mirror, and then memorize your mission statement. So
And again, it's all
everybody
in
in here,
Connect to the Light. It's like a long chapter. It's like the first part is how to find your mission statement. Starts with fun list. And also what we have on the CD is we spoke the prayer out loud. That is on page 130. And then we also did on there the exercise, the grand doors of my life. The
The
grand,
grand doors
doors
of my life. We spoke after this.
Remember,
you
we
leave
did
the
like
CD
the
on.
whole. We did like so.
Yeah.
One of the tracks on the CD is we have in Connect to the Light. We have this whole chapter about the grand doors of my life, and this is when we got together and we imagined a room. When we open our grand doors, what is behind that? What is our life like? And then we created a different room and a different room. So, and if you want to create your rooms on your couch, instead of reading and answering the questions, you can just have the CD playing and it asks you the questions.
Right.
And you can
And we
just sit
did it
there
on the
and write.
beach, so you'll hear we did it in real time, Sylvie and I creating our life, and that was recorded when we went to the beach here in Naples, and you'll hear the waves behind us, because we were in real time writing down what it was that came to us. Okay, this area of my life, it's time for me to master this area and to figure out what it is I want to add. And then this room of my life, what is it time now for me to, do something over here? And what do I envision over there?
So let me just give you the example here that you can hear.
The grand doors of my life. Let us take a moment together to visualize what lies behind the grand doors of our life. This exercise is taken from Receive Joy's book, Connect to the Light, Chapter 3, page 43 and following. Close your eyes and picture in front of you a beautiful set of grand doors. Behind these doors are all your dreams and desires. The space beyond these doors is filled with light. It is full of goodness, glory, comfort, and happiness. Now open the doors. The grand doors to your perfect life swing open.
So now you have an idea, and then we ask all the questions that spark your imagination, and we will do that at some later point again. Because we
always take, even if you're going to the beach or the park or wherever you want to listen, take your notebook with you so you can start journaling your targets. Keep going on it. So whenever you have your books open, just keep adding. That's why the colored pens are fun. So I'll go back in, and if I wrote in blue, I'll put black. And if I wrote already in blue and black, I'll put red or purple. And so I go back into my pages and I add some things in. Or I'll add a sticker, or I'll smile. It'll make me smile. I like to see what I told myself to allow more happiness and peace in my life. What have I suggested? And am I doing my own suggestions? So I do just flip it so easy, and I just read a few of them. Spa days. And I look at that and it makes me smile. Why? Because we just booked a spa vacation for 3 days.
And look, I have a beautiful note Marianne left me one day. Yeah.
Sweet.
How sweet of you. Yes, absolutely.
Right. So tape in your business cards. If you went, I went somewhere here, I'll look at what this was, and wristband that I went to.
I put in like the whole conference schedule to the conference I went recently, just to remember, like in a few years. Oh yeah, that was all these speakers, from.
Yeah, it is so fun.
Chicken Soup for the Soul and all these people.
I was flipping through one of my books the other day, and there was the piece of tape with the mustard seeds on it.
Yeah, great.
And it was so good because that was a while ago. Yeah. And to just, I said, and to feel it and touch it and remember.
Yeah, how simple that is, that it's just that faith. So the two things, and that's what I brought them here to remind you, is tape a mustard seed right in the front of your book. And then I have the stickers of the rainbows. Remember, rainbow is God's promises to us. And this group here is all that we're doing, guys, is we're holding God to his word. He made over 3,000 promises. That's what the rainbow is, one promise, that he'd never flood the earth again. So I would like us to remember that all we're doing is simply calling and taking God at his word and activating those promises that are here for all of us. Okay. And it's fun to do.
So right now, I know Susan did the exercise already because she has more than 5 affirmations written down. Write 5 truths about yourself that you learned today, that you remember today, that is absolutely the opposite of what your Pinocchio or Genevieve or Illy is telling you.
What if we were all plant the seed?
Yeah, try. Do whatever you want to do with your seed. Do whatever you want. Here's some extras. Tape them in your book.
Go plant them.
Tape them in your book. Then whenever you're coming to it, you can do whatever it is. Tape some mustard seeds in your book.
we escaped, I'm gonna plant them.
Yeah,
See
absolutely.
what happens. So write
Is that
5 truths about yourself
That's
down.
See? The escaped one.
5 affirmations and all positive words.
Those are mine.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No.
Here, take as
Those are
many as
gonna
here
get
they are.
planned. Those are gonna get planted.
Right, so everybody mustard seed.
I didn't
Remind
have that.
yourself every day with that little mustard
Planting
seed.
them, let's see what comes out of them.
It's right here.
All right. Are you doing writing exercise? What are you up to with everybody?
That's really cool.
Okay, and I'm gonna go get the
I'm just gonna get
CDs.
this to gather them in.
Oh, they're right here and the tape is there.
Oh,
The bottle,
Okay,
pass it around. Yeah. I just had that.
this way. I'm gonna try to grow up, we'll put it at the front of our book somewhere.
Just tape it on anywhere.
Anyway, you can.
Today's day or the front of your book. The idea is to remind you
can have more.
that the promise is that if you ask, the second ingredient to that is faith or belief. And all it is a mustard seed's worth of faith. So if you did an asking and the action step that you're doing, listening to that CD for 15 minutes was a huge action step, people. Calling out your own self, the illusionary self is a big action step. Because we're now separating the truth from the chaff, the wheat from the chaff, it says in the Bible. So the truth of you can speak and have your name and your voice, and the Pinocchio in you, or the swan, or whatever you want to call it. I call mine yesterday, so yesterday. The so yesterday, I leave it there. And I tell it, you are so yesterday, and that's your position. And that's where I'm going to leave you. So whatever your name, your your Genevieve, whatever it is that you want to call that, these are huge action steps. These are faith steps. And we understand that your faith, right, shall set you free. So when we take all these little actions on a repetitive basis, that is incantation. That is our affirmation process. We're affirming ourselves that we can separate the wheat from the chaff here, the good from the illusion.
Okay, so as God wishes to have it, in our Focus Wheel workbook, we do have on page 18, we have the declaration, I meditate. How fitting for today. So we're doing our focus wheel about I meditate. So open your focus wheel workbooks or your notebooks and draw a circle in the middle. I meditate. And then we talk about what we believe to remind ourselves to meditate each day for 15 minutes. Draw a sun, and then I meditate is in the middle. And then we share what we can already believe about it while Carisa runs over to seat at the table and grabs our meditation CDs that everyone here can already purchase there.
It's over there?
Yeah.
My daughter's bringing him over.
Because it just got delivered.
I won't be here in 2 weeks.
So
I will not be.
10 minutes it will be there. And meanwhile, we're doing our focus wheel about I meditate. So what can I already believe about it? So my first one, I wrote down, I listen to truth affirmations. I listen to truth affirmations. That's when I meditate, we listen to all the truth. The second one, I have already written down, my asking journal reminds me of it. Because we have the box in there. I meditate 15 minutes. So what can you believe already about I meditate? JJ, you're always so good with coming up.
I am at peace.
I am at peace, yes. Is that the same one you had, Valentina?
Well, it's very much, yeah.
Yeah. Give us one more.
Also, I release.
I release, yes. Yesenia, you have one for us. What you can believe about that you meditate.
If I did it, I would say yes.
Okay. Vilma, any thoughts about I meditate? What can you believe about it already? I view my word friendly.
What did you say?
I view my word friendly. Christine, when you think about meditation, what can you believe about it already?
That it makes a difference.
Meditation makes a difference, yes. And when I look at you, I know I listen to meditation daily.
I do. Yeah, yours.
Difference.
When you were talking about the rainbows, when I had my hysterectomy, the doctor wanted to start chemo the next week. And I said, nope, I'm going to North Carolina. I'll be back in 5 weeks. Because my daughters were coming. We just found my older daughter the year earlier, and it was going to be the first time. We'd already met her once, but so we went up, and we all came back on Sunday, and I was dropped my other daughter off in the sterile. And as we're getting back on the interstate to come back to Naples to start the chemo the next day, there was a triple rainbow across
Wow,
the
I got
sea exchange. And I have triple. Yeah. And I said that was a sign because I said I'm going to glorify God through this whole thing. And I have, but so you're talking about rainbows and promises, and that's exactly what I thought. This is a promise that God has made to me that this was going to be okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Donna, what can you believe already about meditation?
Well, it really helps me let go of the limited beliefs. It makes me more aware of them.
I let go.
Yeah. Let go.
Okay. Debbie?
After meditation, I feel recharged, revived, whatever.
Recharge. We can do both. Recharged and revived. Love it. Okay. Anyone online wishes to share something they can already believe about meditation? Carrie, you always have this question. Yeah.
I surrender to God's will and I listen.
Yes. I listen. Thank you for sharing that. Jean, do you have any thoughts what you can believe already about I meditate?
Yes, it helped me to focus better, and to me, meditation is like an inner shower, so it cleanses me from inside out.
That's a good one. It's like Can you please repeat the first one you had, Jean?
It helped me to focus.
Good.
What was the second one?
The second one is meditation is like a shower. It cleanses me from inside out. That is beautiful. Okay.
I charge my battery.
Charge my battery, yes.
I live my life fully. Meditation. Like I live my life fully.
Oh my yes, I live my life fully. I say I receive inspiration.
I activate belief.
Activate belief, yes. Okay. Okay, I have 2 more spaces here.
I am electricity.
Yes.
You are what?
Electricity. I'm electric.
Very good. And I would say 15 minutes are enough.
15 minutes is enough.
Okay. And then I just read the other things we came up with for meditation we can already believe about. So I welcome inspired thoughts and guidance. Meditation is time for me. I open my mind to receive. I focus on my breath. I tap into God's all-knowing and abundance. I'm connected to the light of God. The light fills me. I constantly create great thoughts of love and joy. I am centered. I align my head with my heart. I have chosen a meditation spot.
I'm sorry, I missed that one. I constantly create
Great thoughts of love and joy. Then it was, I'm centered. I align my head with my heart. I have chosen a meditation spot. All answers flow to me as I meditate.
The word is revealed, right?
And I listen to God.
How about I hear God?
I hear God, yes. Live it.
In God I connect.
Yes.
What is it?
In God I connect through meditation.
you inspire her.
Yes. So now you have plenty beliefs that meditation is absolutely mandatory. And I heard once a saying,
Mandatory.
yeah. You know. So remember the story with the guy who was in the forest and he's trying to cut down the trees and his saw was yet to be sharpened, and he said, I have no time to sharpen my saw. And everyone with common sense know if you sharpen your saw, your trees will even be, your work will be faster and you will cut more trees down. So in order to say, sometimes you have to stop this one moment to sharpen your saw. And that's what meditation is. You sharpen your life, you sharpen your insights, you sharpen your thoughts. So in this moment, when you sharpen your saw, it's like, if you say you're too busy, that is the moment when you have to stop and meditate. Because that is the sharpening of the saw moment. So you're too busy not to meditate. So remember that, because this is like what aligns you back, that calms you back down, aligns your will with God, and it makes you will have the inspiration. What's the next step? If you feel overwhelmed, if you feel like everything is coming onto you in this moment, then it's a moment to stop and to breathe and close your eyes and meditate. And meditation can have many forms. You can have this guided meditation, what we did today, and it can be absolutely just sitting and quiet and then focus on a distant sound, like birds singing when you're outside, or even if it's the AC humming. That's why we have like such a boring tone behind this last meditation. It's just that your mind is so onto that it thinks it's so boring that it can actually let go, and your mind, your ego in this moment is so busy with this boring tone that then it frees yourself up to receive and to hear the real message. Even if it's in the guided meditation through a phrase you realize, or if it's your insight you receive in this moment, or even if it's like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. I mean, it's really important to go to the bathroom. So whatever that inspired thought is, what your next step is, it's all good. Yep. So, and then, like Carisa said before, encouragement is really to write that thought down. And I have my little, I always draw a little light bulb for these inspiration things. So I have a star for every accomplishment in front of so when you notice my little inspiration book, then sometimes I have, let's see if I can find it by, I have symbols for different things. Yes. And so I do it in my daily asking. So if I got an insight, it's a little light bulb. So make everything really customizable for you. And we always encourage that. So, and before we leave, before Carisa comes back, it's Miracle Group meeting. So anyone to share a miracle?
It's what group?
It's our miracle group. So we share miracles.
Oh.
So do you have one to share?
I thought it was an America group.
Oh yeah. So my latest miracle was my America group. So I told you that I'm going to this conference, and it turned out to be 4,000 people, no mask, standing up for the Constitution. And it was so powerful, and I was like right in the center of it. And it started with the first evening when I got there with a dinner of people that really fight for our country in a way of freedom. So it was called Freedom and Health. And it was a great reminder of that it's freedom and health that we allow ourselves in, and that we have to be honest to ourselves and truthful, that whatever the message is in the world, that we are staying with the truth of God, and the Constitution is the truth of God. That's how it came to be. So, and for me, it's more than America. It's like really, it's for humanity and the oneness of us. And then it's the same if you like to vote for red or blue or black or white or whatever. That's all the same, because it's all one as you vote for God. So it was a great reminder, and just for me to be in the middle of all of that was a huge miracle, because I had zero idea who these people were. I had zero idea what I'm doing there. I got my flight ticket, and I got miracle after miracle after miracle after miracle, just because I was open and I said yes to God. Remember that message we always give, like, say yes to God, and in this moment everything flowed. And while I was there, I was making a new friend from Nashville, and I was thinking, I do have friends in Nashville already. So if I go and see this friend in Nashville, I can see other friends of mine in Nashville. So I was thinking about this couple I was really fond of, I would like to see again. And then last Saturday, when I had an extra hour, I was meeting Carisa, and she was still with something else. So I had 1 hour, and we were meeting at her downtown house. So the beach is right there. I thought to myself, let's go soaking for this hour. And the waves were so high. So I was like, okay, I have a dinner thing after. So soaking, maybe another idea. So let's just walk the beach instead, and with my feet in the water. That's also soaking. So I was starting to walk the beach. I was looking down. I saw this beautiful shell, and I then, oh, when was the last time I did shelling? So in this moment, oh, let's do shelling. So I started to collect my shells, and then I was so into the moment, in the now, and in the flow of things. I looked up, and I saw this couple from Nashville.
Oh my God.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I was like, what? Sebastian? And he was like, what are you doing here? I was like, I live here, and you? He's like, yeah, we moved to Miami, and this is the first day, we go out, after all this isolation, we just want to get out of town. Somehow, we had yet to remember that you live here, and we had just came to the beach here, and we are just in town for this one day.
Wow. Yeah, that's really cool.
That's amazing.
So, and I was like, and if you go deeper, it's not just a couple from Nashville. This couple was with me on the ships. So he was safety officer. They learned scuba diving through me. And he helped me with, we had this import manning system. So whenever I wanted to go ashore and the system blocked me, I called him, and he let me go out. And then he changed my whole card, that I didn't even have to do passenger drills anymore. She gave me she brought me food from other areas of the ship. So they looked out for me so much. So, and I helped them to get the scuba diving license while they were on board. So we had this huge bond, and I haven't seen them. Last time I saw them, 2013.
That's a long time ago.
And I planned to meet with them when we did our road trip. We went through Nashville, and if somehow I had yet to see them, and I manifested them right, because I thought about them right in front of me at Naples Beach.
That's really cool.
They showed up.
They showed up.
So you don't have to go looking. It shows up.
It shows up.
What you think about, you bring about.
Yeah. So just it shows you so much, and
people fight the life, and it's like what you think about, you bring about. And
really, that's
cool. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you're thinking.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nobody wants to take them.
And we are having cake now. Oh, you already had yours? Yeah, you already did. So I'm having my cake now, and I love it, and I eat it too. Okay.
Another cake.
Yeah, that was good.
I only have
Bye.
Isn't that awesome? Because then we're leaving on the 10th for North Carolina.